Hello students, as in the previous video, we already understood about cell and why cell is called the structural as well as functional unit of living organism. As we know that all living beings are made up of cells, its basic unit is cell. That's why it is called structural unit of living organisms. On the other hand, the cell is the functional unit of living organism also. Why? Because different types of life processes like growth, development, repairment, movement, respiration, and many more types of life processes is performed inside the body of a living organism. That's why it is called the functional unit of living organism also. Hence we can say that cell is the structural as well as functional unit of a living organism. Now today we will know about the discovery of cells and cell theory. Cells were discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665. As the cell is the macroscopic structure, we cannot observe or we cannot see a cell by our naked eye. That's why a microscope is required. At the time of Robert Hooke, that is in 1665, first of all, he made his own microscope, and inside his self made microscope, he observed a thin slice of cork, and he found that compartment like structure inside the slice of the cork, and that structures were called as cells by Robert Hooke. Hence, the cells were discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665. On further development of microscope, which was improved in structure and function, in 1674, Leeuwenhoek first time observed or discovered living cells in pond water. And after that, in 1831, Robert Brown discovered nucleus inside the cells. On further development of microscope, which was more improved in structure as well as function, a fluid like substance was discovered, and that fluid was called protoplasm by Purkinje in 1835. Thus, the cell and its various structures were discovered one by one, and after few years, cell theory was discovered. Who discovered cell theory? Cell theory was discovered by two biologists, Schleiden and Swan. Schleiden in 1838 and Swan in 1839 together developed cell theory, and according to cell theory, the basic unit of a living organism or the life is cell. That is, all living organisms, either plants or animals, are made up of cells, and different types of basic chemical as well as physiological activities like growth, development, repair, movement, etc. are performed inside the cell. These are the basic points of cell theory, which was discovered by Schleiden and Schwann in 1838 and 1839 respectively. Further, cell theory was expanded, and it is expanded by Virchow in 1855. He said that all cells arise from pre-existing cells. It means that different types of cells are developed from the cells which are already exist in the nature. So any type of new cells are actually developed from pre-existing cells, that is from earlier cells which are already present on the in the nature. Thus Virchow in 1855 expanded the cell theory. Now we will study about types of cells. Cells are of two types according to the structure. Number one, prokaryotic cells, and number two, eukaryotic cells. Prokaryotic cells are primitive type of cells which are poorly developed. And why it is called poorly developed? Because their nucleus is not covered. Their nucleus is dispersed in structure. They are dispersed in the fluid-like structure present inside the cell, which is called cytoplasm. So in these type of cells, that is in prokaryotic cells, nucleus is not bounded or covered, it is dispersed in structure, and this type of nucleus is called nucleoid. Such organisms are called prokaryotes, and that type of cell is called prokaryotic cells. Bacteria and blue-green algae are prokaryotic cells. Now, second type of cells are eukaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cells are those cells in which nucleus is well bounded or covered, and all structures present inside the nucleus is well bounded, and different types of organelles present in the cytoplasm is also well developed. But in prokaryotic cells, cell organelles are poorly developed also. So the main difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells are, in prokaryotic cells, nucleus is poorly developed and it is not covered by nuclear membrane. But in eukaryotic cells, nucleus is covered by nuclear membrane, and different types of cell organelles of eukaryotic cells are also well developed or well organized. But in prokaryotic cells, different types of cell organelles are poorly developed, and prokaryotic cells are unicellular, but eukaryotic cells are unicellular as well as multicellular. So these are the basic difference between prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Thank you for watching this video.